To start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. First down, Kaiser. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down. This is Marlon Mack, the rookie from South Florida. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. And this is... Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. Kaiser on first down. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round!
On third down, that's Mack. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The numbers for DeMarco Murray a week ago. 17 carries, 76 yards. And Davis has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Second down, Mariota. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Ryan Succop for the point after.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jurrell Casey able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Here we go.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser, escaping the pressure right. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They go with Murray again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They run with Murray. He's to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DeMarco Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. And this is incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it?
And how about this, a fake? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Ben Roethlisberger, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Let's go.
Now Hundley. Forced out to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down right near the 39. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it left side with Murray. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
He may try and run for this. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterback.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Meter able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 24. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51 and a half, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either, an NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw. The rookie first-rounder David Njoku with it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it'll bring up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. DeMarco Murray and company heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third and short yardage. Mariota and able to find Decker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Mariota on first down to Decker over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Mariota now on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Look at the spin. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now we'll carry from back. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Njoku. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught here left side by Britt. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down, Mariota. And Matthews has it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Murray. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Murray. And an alley to run. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, his second touchdown on the season. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end,
Fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field.
everybody. I'm Larry.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. And here's Marshall. And it's a fumble. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And the numbers for Latavius Murray last time out. 20 carries, 99 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Murray. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The play fake to Murray. Now Bradford. He's going to launch this thing. And that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. As always,
Now that's the takeaway. That's how the defense scored points.
Hey, do you have a mic? Yeah, but I don't like talking, lol.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken in after one. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. Stafford on first down. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
He goes underneath to Abdullah. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. From the gun, Kaiser. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. 1-0. 1-0. Flex round.
To the air again. Kaiser. Throw left side. Caught by the tight end Njoku. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Again, it's Kaiser. Steps away to his left. He can run for it. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Kaiser now from the 50. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Fielded just inside the 20. Look at the spin.
Balance.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now Kaiser, and he rifles one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Play action now. Kaiser. Past the 20. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free. Because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. To throw, Kaiser. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Browns are going to have a 1st down. They'll throw again. Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Marshall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's go. 1, 9, 1.
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 17-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Abdullah, he's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 51 yards. Now a first down throw. Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You're running against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it. And he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here we go.
They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. A first down throw for Kaiser. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. They'll throw here. Kaiser. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Kaiser. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Dumps it off for Asiata. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Stafford. Fells has it, left side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, it's Stafford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 28. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Lions haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Browns have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, it's Matthew Stafford getting it into the hands of Marvin Jones. Lions later on the drive, and he ends up at the 14-yard line before he stopped on the play. Now 1st and 10, broken coverage here on the pass play, and he'll be tackled at the 21-yard line. First and 10, Kaiser is going to complete the pass, and that is a house call. We're tied back up at 7. Midway through the second quarter, Abdullah is going to run off the left side, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Lions is up now by 7. We move late into the second. Kaiser is on target here, and it ends up working for a touchdown, as that ties things at 14 all. Staying late in the second, Fells got nobody around him on the catch, and he'll be tackled at their own 39-yard line. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back up to Ford Field as we hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This is Marshall. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. And
he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there's Golden Tate doing exactly what he does well. Extra yards after the catch.
Right, exactly. To your point, among wide receivers, no one had more yards after the catch than Tate last year, 635. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Stafford now to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when, who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Trent Cole coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
He was looking for Matt Asiata there out of the backfield. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or they've moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
Out comes DeShone Kizer in the Browns offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Second down, Kizer. Got an open man, it's Enunwa. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw is Kizer. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Asiata. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Stafford. It's caught, and he rolled. Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a play fake here on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is knocked down from the side at the 18-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Jones with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, Kaiser. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. First down, Kaiser. And this one's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. On second down, Kaiser again. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Kaiser. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Kaiser on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Akeem Spence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And again, it's Asiata on the ground. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They're all through now in that game in Tampa. And that one belonging to the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and it's third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
So another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there. Unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because...
And Charles, I think with this...
Go!